1000 LB Sisters. Amanda acknowledges her mistakes in conflict with Tammy. The well-known reality television show 1000 LB Sisters has gained attention not only for its examination of the weight reduction adventures of its stars, Tammy and Amy Slaton, but also for the highly personal and emotional challenges that the two women encounter as they go through their lives. The documentary, which follows the Slaton sisters and their constant efforts to restore their health, has also highlighted the complex connections within their family. One of the relationships that has been talked about the most among fans is the one between Tammy and her sister Amanda. In the most recent seasons of the show, there's been a lot of friction between Tammy and Amanda. This has led to a lot of discussions on social media and among fans of the show. Tammy appears to be reluctant to the help that Amanda tries to offer her at times, and a split between them has become the main focus, with accusations and misunderstandings being at the center of it. However, Amanda has now made a public admission that she bears some responsibility for the conflict between them. Many fans have been surprised by this moment of vulnerability, which has led to debate about what it means for their relationship and whether it could be a sign of a possible reunion. Tammy and Amanda's relationship. Before discussing the new developments, it is crucial to understand the context of the relationship between Amanda and Tammy. The connection between the Slaton sisters has always been complicated. Both ladies have their own personal issues, mental health challenges, and family dynamics to contend with. Tammy has dealt with obesity for most of her life, and she has encountered a number of health problems. Her road has often been riddled with obstacles. Her weight problems are made worse by a number of emotional challenges, such as despair and a complicated connection with food. On the other hand, Amanda, who is also Tammy's older sister, has been able to keep up a healthier lifestyle. Amanda has shown that she wants to help Tammy by providing support and guidance whenever it is needed during the seasons. However, the relationship between the two was often tense, with Tammy resisting Amanda's efforts to intervene. Tammy's health problems are complicated and not just related to her weight, which is the reality of the case. They are connected to more serious emotional problems, which have frequently led to a refusal to accept outside influence. Tammy's difficulty with accepting help from others, particularly her family, has been a constant topic in the program. She has occasionally voiced her annoyance with the fact that her family members, especially Amy and Amanda, are always intervening in her life. On the other hand, this reluctance is also connected to her own deep-seated fears, anxiety, and a problematic relationship with control. Amanda's attempts to intervene in her sister's life come from a position of concern, even though Tammy is having a hard time. However, this concern has not always been well received, and their contacts have frequently been filled with hostility. This is what ultimately caused the conflict between them. Both women were frustrated, and this only made their already weak relationship worse. The conflict between Tammy and Amanda. As time went on, the conflict between Tammy and Amanda grew more intense, especially when Amanda began to express her dissatisfaction with Tammy's unwillingness to accept assistance more openly. Tammy was already dealing with a number of difficulties linked to her weight and health, and she felt overwhelmed by her family's continual attempts to intervene. Tammy viewed Amanda's direct approach as yet another instance of Amanda feeling babied or controlled, which led to even more tension between the two sisters. In previous seasons of the show, Amanda tried to support Tammy, give her guidance, and help her make healthier choices. Viewers saw these attempts. On the other hand, these initiatives, which were made with good intentions, were met with opposition. Tammy appeared to be unwilling to accept the seriousness of her health problems, which frequently resulted in her having outbursts and fights that were fraught with stress. Amanda insisted that she was simply trying to help, but Tammy's frustrations kept growing. This led to a series of arguments that left both sisters feeling hurt and that they were not being understood. Amanda, for her part, began to remove herself at times, unsure of how best to handle Tammy's reluctance. The scenario was made even more problematic by the ongoing family dynamic, as each sister was dealing with her own problems, while also trying to manage her connection with the other sister. The conflict between Tammy and Amanda created an interesting story for the spectators. It was painful to see the two sisters struggle, especially when it looked like their exchanges were showing that they were both dealing with a lot of emotional suffering. The tension between them became more than simply a plot aspect. It became an emotional focal point for many viewers who were immersed in their relationship. Amanda acknowledges her mistakes, a critical moment. The most recent chapter in the ongoing tale of Tammy and Amanda's relationship occurred when Amanda publicly recognized that she was at fault in the quarrel. This event was a major turning point in the story, since it was the first time Amanda had publicly admitted that she had played a part in the decline of their relationship. Amanda's statement was surprising, even though it is normal for family members to bicker and battle on reality TV. In the past, she had taken the position of attempting to help and protect Tammy, and she often seemed annoyed by her sister's failure to recognize how serious her health situation was. However, in a recent episode, Amanda took a step back and acknowledged that her approach might not have been the most helpful. Amanda thought back on the moments when her attempts to intercede may have seemed too aggressive or critical in her admittance. She recognized that her impatience may have obscured her good intentions, and that in her attempt to save Tammy, she may have unintentionally made her sister feel more lonely or misunderstood. This moment of self-awareness was significant for both the viewers and the characters who were involved. Amanda's choice to take responsibility for their argument was not only about recognizing what happened in the past, it also indicated that she was changing the way she dealt with her sister's problems. Amanda showed that she was willing to be more understanding of Tammy's emotional and mental state by acknowledging that her approach might have been wrong. This revealed that Amanda had grown as a person. For a character who had been depicted as the most stable and reasonable member of the family for most of the show, it was a humbling moment. This admission was important because it demonstrated that the Slaton sisters' path was not solely focused on losing weight or improving their physical health. It also involved the emotional and relational components of their life. Amanda's willingness to apologize when she was wrong was a rare moment of vulnerability that made her seem more real to viewers, especially considering that family ties are typically convoluted. The effect on their relationship. Amanda's acknowledgement of her wrongdoing in the conflict with Tammy has already begun to affect their relationship. For one thing, it has made it possible for the two sisters to communicate with each other in a more honest and open way. There appears to be a greater desire to listen and a better understanding than there was in the past, when there was resistance. Both ladies clearly have a strong affection for one another, but their difficulties have made it hard for them to form a significant bond. Tammy's health problems and mental baggage frequently make it difficult for her to accept help, while Amanda's wish for her sister to do well can sometimes feel like pressure. On the other hand, Amanda's willingness to accept her mistakes could be a method to regain trust and create an opportunity for better communication. There have been indications of progress in the way they engage with one another in the latest episodes. Tammy has begun to be a little more receptive to Amanda's assistance, but it is still unclear how much their relationship will change in the future. In the past, Tammy has had a hard time accepting aid because of her own difficulties with vulnerability. However, Amanda's more empathic approach could help Tammy change the way she thinks about her family's interventions. In addition, the change in their connection could also be a driving force behind Tammy's personal development. In the past, she has been somewhat reluctant to change, but if Amanda's newfound empathy can break through her defenses, it might lead to a breakthrough in Tammy's mental and physical health journey. Of course, the most important thing will be whether or not Tammy can accept her family's support without feeling overwhelmed or resentful. Looking ahead, is reconciliation possible? The most important question that people are asking is whether the sisters will be able to completely make amends. Although Amanda's acknowledgement of her wrongdoing was a significant accomplishment, the process of restoring their relationship will be difficult. Tammy's difficulties are far from done, and her path to healing, both physically and emotionally, will probably continue to be filled with challenges. On the other hand, Amanda's newfound humility and understanding could serve as a basis for the two of them to repair their relationship. In the end, the reconciliation of Tammy and Amanda is more than just a plot point on 1000 LB Sisters. It emphasizes the difficulties that many families encounter in their everyday lives, while they are struggling with health problems, addiction, and mental distress. It shows that there is always an opportunity for growth and understanding, even when emotions are running high. As the show continues to follow the lives of the Slaton sisters, fans will certainly be paying close attention to how the connection between Tammy and Amanda evolves. It is hoped that their path, which is one of struggle, pain, development, and eventual healing, would not only entertain, but also inspire others who may be facing similar issues in their own relationships.